Built in 1887, this mansion was once a pinnacle of wealth, towering over the coastline as a monument to power and ambition. Elias Hawthorne, a ruthless steel magnate, spared no expense in its creation. The foundation was laid with stone imported from Italy, and the massive glass dome, a rare feature for its time, was designed to bathe the grand hall in golden light. Inside, artisans from France, Spain, and England crafted spiral staircases of mahogany, chandeliers dripping with real crystal, and walls lined with gold leaf moldings. It wasn't just a house, it was a kingdom, and for decades, it remained filled with music, lavish parties, and whispered business deals that shaped industries. But power is fleeting. By the mid-1900s, the Hawthorne fortune crumbled, and the mansion passed through different owners, each one staying for only a few years. Some claimed misfortune followed them, others simply vanished from the public eye. Then, in 1981, Vincent Caldwell arrived. Caldwell was a name no one really knew, yet his wealth spoke for itself. He made his fortune in the shadows: stock market manipulations, offshore dealings, ventures that no one could trace. He purchased the mansion and poured millions into restoring it. But his renovations weren't just cosmetic. Hidden compartments were added, underground tunnels reinforced, and high-tech security systems, decades ahead of their time, were installed in the walls. He entertained no guests, allowed no photographs, and by 1989, he disappeared. No one saw him leave. No transactions were recorded. His bank accounts, frozen overnight. His estate, left untouched, as if he had walked out one evening and never returned. Stepping inside today, the mansion feels abandoned, yet not empty. The grand foyer, once a place where guests marveled at its beauty, is now eerily silent. The marble floors, though cracked, still reflect the dim light seeping through shattered windows. The staircase, a work of art, remains intact, but time has left its mark. Its once polished railings splintered, its steps warped and groaning under unseen weight. Beyond the foyer, the dining hall still holds its long oak table, warped and covered in a thick layer of dust. Plates, still set as if awaiting a final meal, remain untouched. The chandeliers, once shimmering with candlelight, are now coated in cobwebs, their crystals dull. Some have even fallen, their shattered remains scattered across the floor. The kitchen is one of the strangest sights. Rust-covered pans sit on the stove, plates are stacked in the sink. A single coffee cup rests on the counter, as if someone meant to return. The air smells of damp wood and something else, something almost metallic. Upstairs, the bedrooms are eerily intact. Beds remain perfectly made, though their sheets are faded. The curtains, tattered by time, flutter despite the windows being shut. In Caldwell's private study, papers are still scattered across the desk, as if an urgent project was left unfinished. And then, there's the ballroom. Once filled with laughter and music, it now stands in haunting silence. The grand piano, covered in dust, remains in the far corner. Its lid is open, yet no one has played it in decades. And yet, some say, on windless nights, a single note plays, soft and slow, as if someone is still there. Despite its eerie past, the mansion is now up for sale. The real estate listing calls it a rare investment opportunity, yet every potential buyer seems to leave without explanation. Some claim the house feels wrong. Others speak of shadows moving where no one should be. One reported seeing a figure at the top of the grand staircase, standing perfectly still. But the strangest part, the house still has power. The electricity was cut off decades ago, yet certain lights flicker on at night. The security cameras in Caldwell's study, unplugged, have been seen flickering to life. And then, there's the laptop. Caldwell's personal laptop still sits on his desk. The battery should have died years ago, yet some urban explorers claim they've seen the screen glow faintly. No one has ever turned it on, but those who get too close say they've seen something on the display, a single sentence, "It knows." What Caldwell was working on, what he left behind, remains a mystery. Some believe he discovered something the world wasn't meant to know. Others think he never left at all. And so, the mansion waits, waiting for someone to return, or perhaps, waiting for its secrets to finally be uncovered.